Can you hear in the back? Nobody's answering. You know? Namaste everyone. Namaste. I'm Guru Dileepji. Maybe some of you know me, some won't. I used to come to this expo with Swami Bua. He was the cousin of Swami Shivananda and he lived over 120 years. I had great privilege to be with him since 1999 to 2010 in New York City. So when I came inside, I just thought about him, the way we came together and we had a lot of events with this expo last 15 years. I'm glad Mark invited me again to this event as a speaker. I never gave okay to him for any other events. So anyway, let's close the door. So I thought just talking about my own personal journey in yoga field and the spiritual field. That's why we gave the name a spiritual journey of a yogi. I born in India. You already know I am Indian by the color and the talk, right? It's especially in South India called Kerala state. There's a place called Cochin. So old Jewish city. When you go there, you see a lot of Christian churches, temples, synagogue, mosque, like all the religious groups are there. So I grew up with all the groups. My mother was a Hindu. Her family go back to Buddhist tradition. Mostly they are warriors, fighters for the country. They have martial arts schools and they are Ayurveda doctors. And some are yogis, some are monks, some are writers, some are politicians. That's their family. My father is from a Orthodox Christian family. They are mix of Syrian Orthodox and Indian Orthodox Christians. When you look back the history of Christianity in India, the start 1852, when Saint Thomas came to India. We started the Christianity before Europe. So when Saint Thomas came to India, he converted around 7 Brahmin families, especially we call Namboodiris. One is my father's family. Somehow I born. That's a nutshell. So when my father married to my mother, both family never accept because they are from different religious groups, you know. They both thrown out from their parents. Somehow they handle their life with a lot of difficulties, especially financial way. There's no place to stay. Father became the federal employee in the telephone department and he became a doctor in later days. Mother became a teacher in a government school. But after my brother and sister born, they separated for 8 years due to family issues from there. Then again after 10 years I born. So my mother wanted me to have a birth, yeah, but dad don't want. So mother talked to her cousin, he was a monk. He used to come to New York as a psychology professor, Guru Niti Chaitanya. He was very open-minded. He used to travel to different countries, learn about different culture, and he was a great artist too. So he told my mom, don't kill the child, he will be a yogi. After that, another monk came, he said same thing, and Sai Baba said same thing. Maybe I'm lucky. They didn't kill me, So somehow I won. So that was middle of one municipality, we'll say municipal, not the city, not village, in between. So that is the capital of Cochin Kingdom. When you get a chance, definitely you have to go to Kerala, beautiful place to see, lot of things to learn. Lot of artists. They have lot of art schools, especially dance, music, and all the stuff. So that's why I grew up. I never understand about the religion. I never had a issue with my personal life because parents never talk about religion at home. They always talk about spirituality, nothing else. I never saw my mom is going to a temple even if she is a Hindu. She always go to the church and teach Bible. I never saw my father is going to the church. He go to public events. That's the way he was. But they have the philosophy of Christ and or Hindu philosophy in their day-to-day life. So we got some ethics and values in our personal life. I always admire them. At least they gave guidance. They always send us to different schools. When you talk to people here about gurus, they say, "Oh, who is your guru? Oh, you have so many gurus, you have a problem." But we never grow up like that. Each guru will send us to different teachers, other teachers, and you learn more. That's the way we grow up. So somehow, when I was 4 years old, somebody put fire in our house from our neighbor. Entire area caught the fire. So everybody escaped, all the valuables saved, but everybody forgot to take me out from the fire. I stuck inside. So mother and brother, sister went to a church to escape from the fire. They're just watching the fire. Suddenly my sister remember, where's the little one? I'm the youngest one. Where's the little one? So mom was, where is he? So my sister ran inside the building, took me out. I still remember the time. I am calling everybody, nobody is hearing, no response from anybody. I see the fire on the top of my head. I see the smoke everywhere. Nowhere. I am very little, less than 4 years. So my sister got my feet and just pulled me out from the fire. I was hitting my head here and there. So I escaped from there. So I continued my life. I was very active in sports, arts, dance, public events. Then I started going to different temples to see things. Just a little curiosity. What is it? But I used to get books, small books, story books from my mother about Buddha or Krishna or Jesus. Learn all the philosophy through stories. So I can ask any questions, they will answer. But they will let us to think and find out what is it. You see, when you talk to people here, especially children, if you say something, why? They won't think. They just ask why. You give the answer again, they'll say, why? Did you see that? We are not supposed to go like that. We have to make them to think. Because we all have ability to think, including children. We are all connected with the universe, right? We never created anything in the world. We are just absorbing from the universe. Like an antenna, right? We just connect to the universe. So one day I asked my mom, what is our religion? Mom said, trouble. So she told me this story, how they came, all the stuff. So once I read Buddha's story, full story, so I thought, this life is so horrible. That's what I thought. So this is deviating my life from the regular life, changing my life. I just sit on wood powder sack and just start meditating. So my parents will look, something wrong with him. something wrong with it. Yeah. Then parents start teaching yoga and all other alternative medicine. It was a wonderful time I had. Then they brought me to the farming. So I said, why I had to learn farming? You know? My mom said, no, that's a basic thing for life. If you don't have anything to eat, you can have 100 degrees, nothing will happen. So you have to learn different things. I said, okay, I'll learn. Then one day, one of my dad's friend, he was a Catholic priest, as a saint, and a police officer. He came to our house. Yeah. So he said, oh, you come with me. I said, why I have to come with you? No, you have time to leave your house. I said, I am not going to leave my house. I am very happy with my parents and relatives and friends. No, time to go. I said, no, something wrong. You know. The mom came. She asked, do you guys need chai? So he said, yeah, we need chai. My dad was outside. So my dad came. So dad said, oh, I have a lot of bananas. You guys want to eat? So he said, no, I don't want anything to eat. So I said, I will eat one banana. Yeah. Then dad went inside the house. Mom is cooking the chai. Now we are sitting and talking. So again dad came out and said, do you want to eat banana? To the master. So he said, okay, I'll take one. So like a 5-pound banana. This much. He finished all the bananas there. Dad was, who is this guy? You know? So dad went inside, complained to my mom. Look, that guy said, I don't want any banana. When I asked him again, he finished everything. So mom said, she brought the chai. So master was telling me, really your dad don't want to give me any of this banana. His mind was like that. But he offered, he cannot take that word back. So I want to teach him a lesson. You know? So I thought, this is an interesting guy, you know. So he said, after the chai and everything, he said, should we go for a walk? I said, yeah, we'll go for a walk. So he just talking about how to protect the nature, you know, just eliminating the plastic from the soil, all the stories coming out. This is very interesting. As a monk, so wide vision, you know. And he's talking about the global warming, all the stuff. I said, oh, that's very interesting stuff. So those days I was studying biology in college. I withdrew myself after that. So he said, you are going to leave this house very soon. I said, no, I am not going to leave. No, you are going to leave. So in 88, I was selected for the National Pre-Military Training Camp Leadership course and rock climbing training for the national level in India. It's very hard to get that selection. I supposed to go for the Republic Day Parade selection. I said, I don't want that, I'll go this way. So I went to Himalayas. It's a total change. When I go there, it's all familiar to me, all the places. I don't know what is going on. I go to Rishikesh and all the places. I know every single spot. So one monk came, welcome back. I said, welcome back. So he was telling my story. I was a monk in Himalayas, all the stuff. This is very interesting. Maybe he's making fun of me. You know? Anyway, that's one story. From that, 88 to 2010, I always go to Himalayas, stay with the monks. It was curious for me to see what tricks they will do. Some are really good yogis, some are escaping from jail and hiding somewhere. We see all the dramas, you know. But we see but a lot of good people, you know, they practice what they learn. It was very interesting for me. Yeah. Then I became a yoga teacher in public. because I used to practice from childhood, and then people make fun of me. So this is like a real journey. We learn from childhood a lot of things. I never thought I'll become a yoga teacher, but so many monks already mentioned he's going to be a yogi. I supposed to be an officer in the army because I was trained for it. I got the selection in Army, Navy, and Air Force and the police department. I didn't join for any of this stuff. So all the college professors got upset. Why you are not joining? I said, this is very interesting for me. So my dad will bring different books every time. Did you finish your book? Did you learn? I said, I didn't learn. I'll just read. No. You learn first. Finish them. Then you'll get another book. So step by step, he brought to this field. Then I thought I should start interfaith movement. That is 27 years back. I just made a small group. So parents asked me, why you want to make like this? I said, religion is separating people. We have to bring the spirituality more than any cultural difference or the religion. I said, it will take a long way to go. I said, that's fine. I enjoy it. So I move like that. Somehow,
I appreciate that.
God made some plans, including me and some of you. And now some of the people here, they are with me over 10 years in interfaith group. So I had great time in 86 countries with the people. So I never thought I'll come to America. I never thought. I never took a passport either. I have a lot of students from abroad. So one day I was visiting Sai Baba, then he said, ready to go to America? I said, no. To America? For what? I'm comfortable. It happened. Within 4 months I came here. So he said, when you go to America, you had to meet Swami Bua. He'll be in New York. Do you remember him? I said, yeah, I was very little when I saw him before. So I was searching for him. No website, nothing. No phone number, no address. I just went to the Flushing Temple, then he's sitting there. So I went to him. Swamiji, I just bowed down to him. You are the son of Dr. Thankappan? I said, yeah, how do you know? Yeah, I know you are coming. That's how he talked. So we started our journey together until 2010. But I left this country in 2007 permanently. I said, I don't want to keep my green card, just go back to India, just do my events. So he came there, stayed with me 2 weeks. Day and night we were just talking. I didn't feel like tired. He's just talking all the stories, how he was with Gandhi, how he met Albert Einstein and stopped his cigar smoking, all the stories. Then 7 years he was in Iran. He came to America with the Iran Shah in his own flight, and he became the citizen here. All the stories. It's very interesting why he is telling all the stories to me. So the last day he said, you have to come back to America. I said, no, I'm not going to come back. No, you are going to come back. So something happened. I came back again. I came here without my green card, nothing. Just passport, new passport. I lost everything. I came with only my passport. So when I went to the American consulate, they gave me a paper to travel. So every airport they will stop me. Do you have a visa? No. Do you have a green card? No. You are in our list. But where is everything? I lost everything. So I came here again. Then started living with him. It was a great time. I was the real caretaker for him, giving him bath. I never had such experience. Even when mom was sick, I took care of maybe 2 months, then she passed away. I never had such experience with anyone else. I took care of plants and animals, but not an older person. That was quite good experience. And a lot of stories coming up. That was the best part. Then he started talking about all the techniques, hidden techniques in the yoga field. So I already learned these things. So he said, never teach a person without the right growth of the learning process. I said, yeah, it can destroy a person. Make sure that person is in first step, learn properly, practicing properly, and look for the next step. Don't give for money. I said, okay, I'll keep it. Much of you know, I still, whoever give me money, I'll just take it. Otherwise, I never ask people. That's my life is. So in Himalayas, one day one master told me, oh, you should go for begging today. I said, begging? My mom always taught us, just give to people, never ask people. So I have very hard time to ask people. So a few of us took a pot, like a mud pot. I had a dhoti, a t-shirt, that's it, and a chapel. Walked for a few miles. So I got 128 rupees. I got the most. So even I won't speak the language. I speak Malayalam in my state. In India, each state has different language. So came back and master asked me, how did you handle? You got 128 rupees. That time was a big amount, I said, I just go and smile. Nothing else. I don't know what to speak. Nothing. So this is a quite good experience. I thought, so we don't need any language, right? Do we need any language to talk? No. Do any cats and dogs are going to high school? No. Nature gave us a language, universal language. The language of the energy. Am I right or wrong? We all have that energy. But we never recognize ourselves. We born with certain complexes. We live in that complexes. We don't want to change. Right? I always hear from people about just complaining 24 hours. They never respect their parents. Oh, at least they gave us a birth. Right? Very hard to appreciate our own parents. Very hard to appreciate our elders. Very hard to appreciate the nature. You just complain. Should we change ourselves? I think so. The life is beautiful when we appreciate ourselves first. Love ourselves. When we appreciate other people. Most of the time we like to hear like a praising words. Most of us, Even we don't need that praising words. The way a smile. That's enough. The communication should be through the energy level. You look at the cell phone. I can call in India. 30 years back, there was no cell phone that time. But they had idea we can make cell phone because great saints used to communicate through their own cell phone without these machines. I'll tell you one story. One day I was a manager in a rock climbing center on 62nd Street called Extra Vertical Climbing Center. That was the tallest wall in the city. I was the manager there. One day I thought I want to go and see Swami Bua. He was living on 58th Street. I just went there. He's on 11th floor. I just came out from the elevator. I saw he's standing in front of the door. Just opened the door and waiting for me. Then he said, "Did you get my message?" I said, "Yeah." So I had this experience so many times. Not only with him, with the different monks. Even right now when I live here, I think something will happen next week. It happened. You may feel like, you want to talk to somebody, suddenly that person is calling you, right? So, even I don't know how it is happening in my own life. I just keep it open myself. The way keep the love towards everyone. Very simple. So when I meet with people, first sight, we became in lovers. Make good friendship. Some people think, look, I am a bald guy. This is for fun, Who is this bald guy? He's a little tough guy. They look at, After a few months, they say, oh, I misunderstood. That's the way. So most of the time we won't think. We just jump to the conclusion. That's the way we grow up. Right? That is the thing I learned in my life. Today's friend is tomorrow's enemy. Today's enemy is tomorrow's friend. Never fight with people. If you don't like something, just say, I don't like it. We may have different opinions, but it won't change the truth. Truth will be same. I'll tell you. Hi. H2O is 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of water. Right? Oxygen is water. That is same all over the universe. Am I right or wrong? We never say American water or Indian water or African water. Water is water. So the truth of humanity is not going to change. Truth of the love is not going to change. Truth of the spirituality is not going to change. All our perceptions. We don't have to complain, We went through different way. When you look at parents' life, they had different difficulties in their life. Their perceptions are different. But we are living in different world. We have some obligation to the community to change in proper way. We always complain about the politicians, this and that. We can change the politicians. We are able to. Because we have the power. We are the government. We have power. But we have to communicate properly. Make them to listen to us. We can make all the leaders, including religious leaders, they should listen to us. Because we are the people. A few months back, I was talking at the UN group. I said, we need a world passport. They look at it. Are you crazy guy? No, we need. Because look at the technology is going. We are great yogis, that's why I'll say. Yoga is not only for sitting and meditating. We have to act in the public field, in the community. When we destroy the human values, the universe will destroy. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Human values will keep us sustained for the future. We got the knowledge through the great masters from all the religions and all the cultures, not only from India, from everywhere. When you look at watch or cell phone or an aeroplane, how much process happened within 300 years or 200 years? It's a big difference, right? So many people's ideas came to that one technology. Even the yoga philosophy, when you see the changes, 30 years back, exercises are different. Now it's totally different. Food structure is totally different. Our life structure is totally different. Our mentality, thoughts, all are different. So we have to accept every single person's ideas with the proper truth. You don't have to change it. That's why I said water should be water. We never get pure water anywhere in the world now. That's the way it is. So little scary. I hope if you give awareness to people, everything can shift within few years. We are able to. So, do you have any questions? Yeah.
Well, I could take half an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
Leading up. But anyway, so Lester Brown, if you read his book, right? Do you know who Lester Brown is?
I heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he says that, for instance, half of the Indians are deformed. And so there's mass starvation. So if you Google achievement gap, the Indian immigrants are like the top.
Right.
So, all right, do you understand my question? Okay. So the current issue of Time magazine has the president of India on the cover?
Prime Minister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Prime Minister. Yeah.
Okay. So you go. You do that.
Okay. So look at the Indians around the world. We have UN recognized 194, I think, 93 or 94 countries, but we have 219 countries in the world. Out of 219 countries, we are in 216 countries. This is a big number. But majority of the Indian immigrants, they're really hard-working people. They bring the values and the knowledge in good sense. That's why I always appreciate them. But when you go to India, you see there are all the problems there. Somehow we are just managing them. We know we have a lot of depression from so many years invading people from other countries, like French, British, Dutch, Portuguese, and Middle East. Forget, every year they used to come and loot things and take our ladies. That's the way it was. But it's changing, But when overall I felt pretty good. I know there's a lot of time certain countries they don't accept people are coming as immigrant and take over. Even here we can see a lot of Indians are in politics now. They are like invading, One way they have right to, other way we cannot allow that. But just take it this way. We are universal. Anybody can live anywhere in the world. Take it that way. That's why I brought the point of human values. We are not going to think like I am Indian or American or any other thing. We are human beings. We are world citizens. Time to have our own identity for every single person in the world. Am I right or wrong?
Oh, I think. Can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Universal consciousness.
Right.
Okay. So Gandhi was an ardent nationalist. So how do you explain?
Yeah, Gandhi was maybe that time they need that to establish certain things. Like when you look at the freedom fights in different countries, nationalism is very important to mobilize. Now, countries are not fighting each other. Now more non-organized government people are, or religious, even not religious. When you look at the terrorists, they are not religious. They learn some criminal knowledge or suppressed mind. They are creating something in the world. Government is not fighting each other. That's the most dangerous stuff now these days. Last few years, we are spending all of our money for take care of these issues. So like we have 5 counties here, right? Boroughs in New York City to rule the areas. That's fine. That way is good to have different separated countries and all the stuff. But we cannot live, I am this from religion or the nationality or the culture and putting other people down. We have to give the total respect, 100% respect to every single person. My great grandmaster, my uncle was one of my masters. His master was an English professor. Then his master was Narayana Guru. He used to be with Gandhi. Those days, even in India, we had like 4 religious gangs. They never allow poor people to enter the temples. So he changed the total system, made everyone going to the temple. Then Gandhi came to Kerala and stayed there, had a talk with these leaders, because they are saints, but they used to be with the community. But they are not politicians. They are giving social upliftment, right? So every single person can be a yogi, but they have to take care of the community. A person will develop themselves. Just look back. If you go to Bible, you see Adam and Eve lived 930 years, something, right? Long life. It went down to 120. Now it's like 70, 80, like that. But we have ability to go more than that. Right? We are not taking care of ourselves. First of all, our thoughts should be very positive. We should have the hardship in our life. That's why we learn things. After every trouble in our life, we'll go through the good process. We'll learn things, we'll overcome it. A small 1 month old baby cannot eat a slice of a pizza. Right? It should be a baby food. Alright? I'll say breast milk is the best. We had to go through the step, yes.
You said that each state in India has a different language. I've often thought we should have a universal language, like Esperanto, what people would learn in addition to their legacy language, because language separates people all over the world. A lot of these cultural differences are language differences. People are in their little stovepipe, their little silo of individuality because of language. If we had a universal language, then we'd have more world unity.
Now it's coming like English is the universal language because they invaded different places, so they explore very well.
But it has a history of conquest and exploitation and colonialism.
Right.
And all the rest of
Spiritual
it.
energy.
So
That's the best language.
forget about
Spiritual
Shakespeare.
language.
Right.
Forget about Shakespeare.
Right.
You want to forget about Shakespeare.
Now, people still have their legacy language, but have another language,
No,
a
you
separate
gotta
language.
This spiritual language is universal. We don't know how to talk. We communicate through our energy.
Yeah.
But in physical language, now we have English is all over the world now. Even when I came to America, I never speak one line. I learned through interacting with the people. So easy to learn. You want to ask him?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you could tell us about Sai Baba, because I've heard of him, but I heard there's two Sai Babas. I was wondering how you came to meet him and who is he?
Okay. The first one in this life I never met. The second one I met. He used to come to our neighbor's house, so I used to sit on his lap. I used to play with him. And I know a lot of people talk against him, and a lot of people he's the God in the world. Fine, whatever it is, fine. We all are God. That's my philosophy. We all are God. The universe created with the full energy. We are not developing ourselves. That is our problem. We cannot complain about anybody. But yeah.
Can I get another one?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look at the vegan cultures in the world, you get like Buddhism or India and Seventh-day Adventists.
We have all the cultures.
No, but I'm saying, can you say vegan cultures in the world that, aside from, say, India and Seventh-day Adventists?
Vegan culture, I heard about vegan culture when I came here. We learned about naturopathy in India. We used to practice. But according to the naturopathy, if one child can get breast milk
No, okay.
for 4 years, we don't need
I
milk.
reject. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't need milk at all.
Right.
Or milk products.
Right.
A great yogi, those who are practicing really hard, they don't need food at all.
Oh,
That's the way it is.
okay. How long can you go without food?
I met few saints,
This is where I came.
more than 65 years, they never had food. Even though they never had water. That's why I met those people.
65.
Yeah. One couple I met, they maybe 50 years they had only coconut water, nothing else. Another couple I met, they had only honey, no other food at all. Some people will eat all the metals, glasses. I said, oh man, this is crazy. When I was in a cave in southern India, I saw one old lady. She's just walking on a rock, steep rock, without any equipments. I thought, I'm a climber. I need a lot of ropes and carabiners and all the stuff. This is great because they can shift their weight.
Okay. So I read, somewhere in the past that the maximum was 10 days you could go without food in the world.
Expo.
Oh, I went to 14 days without any food. Only water?
No, I'm talking.
I had water.
Dick Gregory went 70 days with
3 years back in Rajasthan state, one saint was checked by 20 doctors, modern medical doctors. They put him for 20 days in a room and observe him. He is not having any food at all. They claimed last 65 years he never had food.
No, but I'm talking. Oh, 65 years without food.
Food.
He's saying he had water.
Right.
So
even when you go to deep side of Himalayas, you can meet lot of great saints, no clothes, in the ice, just walking without any cloth or a chapel. So they have that ability, you know.
no, I heard, like I read something. They were buried. People, yogis were buried, and they dug them up there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff.
They were alive.
There are a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they buried them for like years. You know,
And they were alive?
absolutely. It's like you meditate down your metabolism like a turtle.
Sometimes you can see the dead bodies sitting in meditation in caves in Himalayas. That's normal, you know. But we are living in the city. What we can adopt? We had to practice yoga for physical exercise, because we had to do some exercise for our body. We had to eat healthy food. We had to have good time with the people in good way. When you get fight, you destroy yourself. You have good time. I will say satsang, you know. Have good time. Just have good vibration with everyone. Even if you cannot help somebody, never try to hurt somebody. Even by a word, give a good thing. But if
sometimes there are issues that are so powerful that
Yes.
you have to feel something, some kind of anger. I mean,
right,
to change things.
that we had to
Otherwise, you know.
that we had to develop. And a lot of time people come and do aggressive way, so we had to defend ourselves. Lot of time, even the judiciary, you see what we don't want to see.
You take abortion, for example, it's awful, awful.
So
Sit there and just...
suddenly we cannot change, because any civil rights movement can destroy the country. So only way, slow process, educate people. That's the best way. From childhood, we had to educate with the values.
I can go on and on. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it was a good move that Gandhi wanted to include Jinnah, Muhammad Ali, Jinnah, right?
Jinnah.
Right, and Pakistan to make it like a unified country?
This is a thing I learned from Swami Bua. We had a discussion about this. Because only Swami Bua talked against Gandhi in front of him. No one had courage. But Bua went to him and said, "You did wrong." That's why he talked. So Jinnah was a good leader. He's supposed to be the first Prime Minister of India. We never supposed to have a division that time. But a lot of people, the religious people, they don't want to accept him as a leader because of his Muslim. India is not a Hindu country. India is a country of all the religions. So Gandhi was upset, then he wanted to withdraw from the party. He withdrew himself. So that was a wrong move from the beginning. Divisions. But if more rights are happening, it's very hard to, without division. So you had to look to both sides. I was not in that freedom moment, my dad was,
Yes, I wanted to know, when you came here to America, how did you adjust to the environmental toxins?
It was very hard for me. The time I landed in JFK, I can see the feeling in the vibration, all the energy field. Because I was totally in Himalaya and the South Indian mountains. I want to experience a lot of things. So it was very sensitive for me. Then I start adjusting. It took around 2 years to adjust. I got my own cell phone and all that. Stop. Okay. So we'll do a prayer and we'll stop it. Close your eyes. Loga samasta sukino bhavantu. Loga samasta sukino bhavantu. Loga samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. May the divinity bless us forever. Thank you everyone. Will you take a group picture?